Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Wait, set. 380. Check 55, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 3. Alpha. He's coming. Ozzy.
Brady now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was third in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the curl, watch the curl. 72.
On play action, now Brady. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue, explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Now Dak on the option left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Check 99. Check 99. Shift. Watch the shift. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Switch it. Switch out.
On play action, it's Brady. And Watson has it right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Money set. Flag 20. Know your job. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Switch. Switch. Watch that.
Now a play fake. Brady. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
I'm coming back.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, it's White. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Check 4. Check 4.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming.
Come on, let's go. Sugar. Hey, go 66.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Austin. "62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards.
First down, Dallas.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A beautiful fake. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Brady caught on the right side by Dorsett. Well, we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more.
Five. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Joker. Under 10. Jacket, reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
36. Shit.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clipped.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Dak on the option left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And some room to run now. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. We got 4. We got 4. Check 31, check 35.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys...
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Gets past one man. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. On 2nd and 9. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Check. Check. 53. Hey, check.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I got him. 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Kill.
And again, it's Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty. The kick by Marr is good. So
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A first down carry by Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Third and short yardage. Prescott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check. Fresno.
Off play action. Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Brady's throw there complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. No, off. Alert.
Brady gives to Michelle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And this is back to an 8-point game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Brown. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Patriots take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now.
72. 50.
Off the play fake. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop. They'll try to throw now. Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch.
Throwing again. Brady. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Regular. Hey, Alabama.
Off play action. Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for.
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.